Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about something that I really don't want to talk about. I'm really not that excited to be discussing this, but you've already read the title, so we're going to talk about vape pens and how cool and trendy they are and how they're killing people. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, let's start from the beginning. What is a vape pen, or a vaporizer, or a mod, or a e-cigarette, or whatever you choose to call it? It is an electronic device that you put in a oil into, and it vaporizes it into an aerosol. And it has tobacco or nicotine products in it, and it's flavored, and it's very cool and trendy, and you make these big giant clouds, and oh my god, it's so cool. Across the United States, there have been 7 confirmed deaths related to vape pens and the issues that they caused and lung trauma that they've caused. But it's not necessarily like one exact thing that we know is causing the deaths. It's something that's in the oil, that's in certain oils in vape pens. A few of them have been related to CBD products, but they don't really think it's necessarily CBD itself. But are vape pens in general safe? Like if you don't have one of the oils that doesn't have a certain chemical in it, are you safe then? An article by Johns Hopkins kind of talks about different things related to vape pens. So technically, they are healthier than regular cigarettes, only because we really don't have enough data to determine whether they are or are not healthy. Like they called it less harmful. So still harmful, just less harmful. I mean, do what you want, but a few studies have shown that over 7,000 different chemicals go into making an oil, and we don't really know how they work together, how they are when they're burned. To make the vapor, just seems like a bad idea. I don't know. We thought that cigarettes were healthy too at one point. We let people smoke in the hospital. Literally sit next to the doctor smoking in the hospital. So, and it really wasn't even that long ago that we banned smoking in restaurants. So it's very well known that cigarettes are harmful now, but at one point we thought that they were fine. There is a high risk for addiction with these vape pens as well, because obviously they still have nicotine in them, and some of them have an extremely high amount of nicotine. So even I know people try to use those to like quit smoking regular cigarettes, but if they have like more nicotine, then it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, because you're still addicted to the nicotine. It's just like you're not smelling like an ashtray, you just smell like fucking Tutti Frutti or whatever. A lot of teens who did not smoke before started using vape pens because they're very popular, and so now they have an addiction to nicotine when they didn't even smoke cigarettes in the first place. As I said before, a lot of people have tried to use vape pens to quit smoking regular cigarettes. The FDA has not quite approved this method yet. There are many different alternatives to quit smoking. Obviously, cessation medications, patches, gums, pills. There's a variety of things that you can try to quit smoking. The vape pen is not approved by the FDA as a cessation tool, even though it is marketed that way as an alternative. A lot of adults who tried to use it to quit smoking end up just continuing to use the vape pen. So you're still getting the nicotine, just not in cigarettes and something else. It's like people say it's just vapor. It's just water vapor. If it was just water vapor, then the oil would be just water. It's not just water vapor. Like, don't give me that. So as of the day I'm filming this, on the 17th, 7 people have been confirmed dead related to trauma caused from these vape pens. 2 in California, 1 in Kansas, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, and Oregon. The most recent death was in California, and the county public health officer described it as a severe pulmonary injury. So we don't really know if this person had lung disease before they had this vape pen issue. So they could have comorbidities that contribute to it. But we really don't know for sure. He could have been a perfectly healthy person, he or she, I'm not sure who it was. Could have been a perfectly healthy person and was using a vape pen. At this point, the CDC has launched emergency operations related to this lung infection outbreak that they're calling it, and 380 cases have been classified as an injury related to vape pens across the United States, and there are many, many more that are still under investigation. As I said earlier, we don't really know exactly what's causing this issue. There's a couple speculations that it could have been like tainted. A lot of the CBD ones could have been tainted with something else. They're also looking into a chemical called vitamin E acetate. This medication might be interfering with the little clusters in your lungs called alveoli that exchange the oxygen into your blood. And for the love of God, if you get admitted and you are a vape person, it's your choice to vape. I'm not judging you. But you can't vape in the hospital. And I know that you're not sitting in the bathroom shitting for 20 minutes because your shit doesn't smell like pina coladas. Okay? I know you're vaping. So put it away or give it to me and I'll lock it up. Those are your options. Stop vaping in the hospital. As more news comes out about these vape pens, we'll have more information, and if it's just something that needs to be more regulated as far as the oils go and everything else seems to be safe, then it's safe. Then do it. Have your big fancy clouds and look like a whatever. Do your thing. I'm not judging you. Do what you want. But the fact that we just really don't have enough knowledge about vape pens in general to know if they're safe or not just seems really reckless to be doing it, but it just seems kind of not worth it. Like, just get some things that'll help you stop smoking if you want to quit smoking. Or if you don't, I don't know, whatever. Let me know what you think down below about these vape pens, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.